Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good? Welcome to another Live Wire Sports Media Indiana Fever update. So tonight is the last game of the regular season for the WNBA, and that means the Indiana Fever will be traveling to DC to play the Washington Mystics in the last and final game. Now, in the last game, the Fever did win on Sunday against the Dallas Wings to a score of 110 to 109. But there are some things that we need to continue to address and see from this Indiana Fever team going into the playoff, which start on Sunday. So, and with the last few games that's playing tonight, playoff position is up. Now, just got some updates that the Las Vegas Aces will not be playing their starters. They'll be resting them for the playoffs. So that means the Connecticut Sun right now looks like they will be playing their starters against a depleted Chicago Sky team. So if the Suns win that game, the Aces lose, then everything stay the same. And then going into the playoff this weekend, the Indiana Fever will be facing off against the Connecticut Sun, which I feel strongly that they will beat them, sweep them, get them out of the way, and go to the next round. Now, I think the New York Liberty will be playing their players as well against the Dallas. I think it's against the Dallas Wings, and no, against the Atlanta Dream. So, because Atlanta Dream are trying to get in that playoff spot, as well as Chicago, as well as the Washington Mystics. But I do believe the Washington Mystics and the Chicago Sky will lose, and depends on how everything. I mean, even if all three teams lose, the Dream will still have that AC as currently as they sit in right now. But now, to what I expect from the Indiana Fever is, I think Caitlin, Miss Marvel Clark, and Kelsey the Flash Mitchell she'll play the first half or a little bit in the third quarter just to get some rhythm, because you want to have momentum going into the playoff. You don't want to be rusty, especially with your two top players, offensive players. You want them to have a little bit more rhythm going into the game on Sunday, but you don't want to play them a lot of heavy minutes where their legs is dead and their body is a little bit tired. You want to keep them as fresh as possible. But the others, such as Aaliyah Boston, not Melissa Smith, her name is Agent Smith. So if you watch The Matrix, you know what I'm talking about. So Aaliyah Boston, Agent Smith, Timmy Fambelli, Demiris Dantes, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, even Grace Berger, Katie Lou, whoever, you let them all play. Then you could figure out who do you want to, how your rotation is going to be. You know, you want to you don't want to use the same kind of rotation that you did in the regular season. You want to condense it down because playoff push, you don't want to mess up chemistry. So therefore, say going into the playoffs, you want to have Caitlin, Mitchell, Lexi, Dantes, or Timmy, and then Boston. Off the bench, you want to bring Wheeler off the bench. You might want to bring Wallace at some point. I would, if you decide to bring, say, Agent Smith or Katie Lou off the bench, then you got to see which one of them is going to provide better for you. And me personally, I will not play Agent Smith because she's an agent. That's because her girlfriend plays for the Connecticut Sun, and you don't want that chemistry to mess up because she might not play well and it could throw the team off, and then you will have to probably bench her, throughout the whole series. Now, I won't, but me personally, I won't start her. I will make her come off the bench. But she has to show that she's she's ready. She's just not gonna get started minutes just because she feel like her game is on par with the big three. It's not gonna happen. I do want to see some of Grace Berger. I do want to see some Victoria Saxon, just in case, because they really haven't got a chance to play because the Fever haven't really blown out a lot of teams for them to get time on the floor like that. But if the Fever go into this game with the mindset of knocking out the Washington Mystics, and by the third quarter, you might want to take that chance, to bring in Grace Berger, see what she can provide, see what a Victoria Saxon can. But like I said again, you don't want to mess with your first 6-7 rotation. You want to see who's gonna be that eighth rotation in there, and you want to see, because sometimes when playoff come, some players will definitely step up, and provide something, and you want to know who's willing to take that challenge. Now, like I said, you know, with and the thing about it also is that you want somebody that I feel like Grace Berger could be valuable. We haven't seen much of her since the beginning of the season, but I think she could be valuable because the fact of the matter is I think she could play solid defense, especially. But but you got Christy Wallace there. But how much we allow on Christy Wallace? Because every time you see her come in the game, she doesn't score. Even Erica Wheeler has stepped up where she needed something. She helped out in scoring and kept the shit riding when CC or Mitchell was on the bench. So that's another thing. Now, interesting because Miss Adrian Raw, shout out to her, and Pope B. Frank, shout out to him. They had a live, and it was talking about should the starters rest and should the starters play. And Miss Ross say, hey, you want to have continuity, you want to make a statement, have momentum going into, so playing your starters will be beneficial. And, the risk of injury is going to happen. You never know. And Pope said that, hey, not rest them because you want to see what the others can do, what the others can buy, who's going to step up and get them minutes, them extra minutes. That's what you want to see. Me personally, I think that playing Caitlin and Kelsey the first half or a couple minutes into the third just to keep things flowing. And then once Christy Sides could say, you know what, hey, I'm going to pull y'all out. I'm going to let these guys, all right, do not lose the game. Continue to run the offense the way they run the offense. And if they could do that, then you have a general idea of what you're looking for, going down. So that's my take on it. I think, like I said, the Indiana Fever don't have anything to lose because they haven't won 20 games since 2016, and it'll be nice to them pick up a 20 their 21st victory and be 2 games over 500. So that will be good, because if they lose, then it'd be 20-20 and just right at 500. That's not a good look. You'd rather have 2 games over 500. And it's sad to say the Fever could have had at least 25 games under their belt this year. 25 games. But nevertheless, this is the first time. And I do have other clips of Erica Wheeler and Kelsey Mitchell talking about the playoffs. So I will do my playoff assessment tomorrow. Now, the game come on at 7 tonight on Amazon Prime, but I don't have time to watch it. I watch most of it at work, and then I'm going to rewatch it tomorrow. And then I'm going to do a thorough breakdown of the game, and then probably do a whole depends who they play. Then I would do a preview of that playoff game against their opponent. But nonetheless, like I said, I do feel that Caitlin and Mitchell should play this game. I think they should play at least the first half of the game or some of the third quarter, and then allow the others. Like I said, I do want to see Grace Berger play. I do want to see Victoria Saxon play. I want to see what they could provide because you're not going to be able to rely on Agent Smith, and you're not going to rely on so much of Katie Lou Sanderson. This is the opportunity now for the others to say, hey, let me take my shine. Let me show what I can do, because you never know in the playoff game. If you watch the NBA, you could tell each playoff game is different. There's a chess move to each game, because you want to have matchups, and I feel like the Fever needs to have more bench scoring, which Dantas could bring that, Timmy could bring that, Katie Lou, not Katie Lou, but Erica Wheeler could bring it. You need another that could do that. So if you got your starting five and your bench players is Erica and Dantas, like I said, either Dantas or Timmy could switch to be starters, to be honest with you. Against Connecticut, I would love to see Dantas start, because then you stretch the floor out. That leaves Aaliyah Boston. That leaves Aaliyah Boston in the middle against Brianna Jones, and she could get Brianna Jones in foul trouble. And then they have to run out, because DeWanna Bonner will probably have to deal with her, and then you get more cut to the lane, especially Lexi be on DeWanna Bonner. So you're gonna have probably somebody like a Marina Mabry or somebody to really pick her up. So that's gonna be pretty interesting right there, say the least. So like I said, and then your eighth player will have to come from the others. You know what I'm saying? If you have your starters like Clark, Mitchell, Lexi, Boston, Timmy or Dantas, then you have Timmy or Dantas off the bench, Erica Wheeler. That eighth person is going to have to come from Kelsey, Katie Lou, Agent Smith, Saxon, or Berger. And to me, you really going to have to figure out who's going to get the minutes. To me, I still say the undercard is Grace Berger, even though she has not played much. But when she did play early in the season, she was okay. She wasn't good, but she was okay. She was better than Wallace, to be honest with you. She was better than Chrissy Wallace. But I know how Chrissy sides think. Chrissy Wallace would probably get some minutes. She's going to find a way to get Chrissy Wallace minutes. That's just how she is. But you want to keep a tight rotation. And I would not risk, Katie Lou or Agent Smith in the series, But if, say, Melissa Smith did say, you know what, hey, I'll sacrifice for the team, which she has not shown that she can sacrifice for the team. She's selfish. So, but I'm afraid to think that she's going to end up being a starter, which I don't think she should be a starter. But Chrissy Side is probably going to end up making her a starter. But I would not start her. I would sling her to the bench, because she has showed that she's not a team player. Regardless of how her game is, she can't hit free throws. She can't hit three-point shots. She doesn't stretch the floor. The only thing she can do is run the floor, and that's only a limited because she gets in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? And that's something we're going to need Lexi to do, not to get in foul trouble a lot. So that's my take on it, on how the Indiana Fever should approach this game tonight, is to let everybody else get burned, but not burn out Mitchell and Clark. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you think down below. Hit them, keep them bells ringing every time I drop a hardcore video, and you always know what I say at the end of my video. You know what it is. Go Fever tonight.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.